Good morning, 8th grade. We are continuing our essential question, who decides what is perfect and what do we do when we're forced to do something that we might not like? This is your English language arts assignment for the week of May 11th. Not much more to go for 8th grade. We're going over a poem called Quaran-Todd by a university student named Victoria Picon. The objectives that we'll be going over for this week continue to be vocabulary. We are adjusting our fluency depending on our purpose. This week, the purpose is to determine what the author's mood and tone is. We'll establish a purpose for reading, which we just did with our essential question. We are continuing to create mental images to deepen our understanding. So if you jump way down to this, these down here, 8.9E and 8.9D, the literary devices and figurative language, those are the ways that we can actually create a mental image. So as you read words that don't literally mean what they're saying, you try to visualize what it is so that you can understand it better. So that's also making connections, interacting with your source, which is in this case a poem, in a meaningful way. You're going to write about explicit, which is the external or literal meaning of the poem, and then also what the poet implies. And we hopefully will write our own poem this week. Our agenda, we go over the objectives every week. We go over the agenda. We'll do a background mini lesson. The author will read her poem for us, and we will analyze the poem by doing the Google form and then hopefully writing your own poem for extra credit. Like the majority of the United States, Victoria Picon was ordered to stay at home during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. While working on her university classes online, helping take care of the littles, those are her younger siblings, and helping around the house, Victoria reflected upon how staying home has helped the United States and how it might seem to people who don't understand why we are being forced to stay at home. So she wanted to capture how people feel in general. And because she is actually helping take care of the littles, those are her younger siblings, she kind of sees it from their perspective. Her poem has several lyric devices. I'll put my big head on this image. She uses figurative language. And we know what figurative language is. It's something used to mean something else. And she uses color as a figurative language to symbolize. So that's symbolism. And she's using that to mean something else. And if you look at the chart here, there's several different kinds of figurative language. These aren't all of them, but there are a lot here. So you can see, I'll move my cursor over each one as a quick review. We have simile, metaphor, oxymoron, hyperbole, idioms, personification, symbolism, which we will talk about in a minute, alliteration, all the letters start with the same sound, onomatopoeia, puns, irony. So we'll talk about symbolism in the next slide. So Victoria's poem uses a color to symbolize a feeling or a mood. So when you see someone that says, she saw red, what does that mean? So authors usually use, or people usually use the color red to mean anger, right? And then if someone says, oh, she was feeling blue, like the song that we listened to at the beginning of the year that had a poem in it, Blue Ain't Your Color. We talked about how that really means that feeling sad doesn't look good on you. So usually when someone says, don't look so blue, they actually mean, don't look so sad. So you're going to try to find the figurative language in Victoria's poem. I don't know why I did that, made this so stand out like this. But we're also going to try to figure out how Victoria's poem makes us feel. So that's the mood. The mood is the reader's feeling. And you can use any word that describes an emotion to describe mood. So cheerful, angry, reflective, humorous, gloomy, happy, sad, mysterious, romantic, whimsical. So these are the different types of mood. There's also many others. Anything that describes an emotion. So you will try to figure out the mood that you feel while you are reading the poem. And what use of the words that she's using makes you feel that way. You'll see it. I also like you to look at the attitude. So what is the attitude? That is the author's tone, right? Okay, looking at the tone, which is the author's attitude. So listen to Victoria's reading of Quaran-Todd and try to determine what her attitude is. What is her message to you? You can tell with her tone and her attitude and the types of language she uses. You can tell what her overall message is if you look at those things. You have to look at what connotation her words have. And remember, connotation is when a word gives you a feeling, sometimes negative, sometimes positive. And by looking at those things, you can figure out what her overall message is. And I'm going to move my big head out of her poem. You're going to watch her poem directly here. I'm also going to link it on YouTube, and it's also in your Google form. But we're going to just watch her here because some of you can see my YouTube channel, but you can't see others. So this is my way of trying to get around the list that the IT network guys have at Harmony. Make sure that this turned up.
Quaran-Todd by Victoria Picon. Little Todd came home from school one day. His parents looked upset, I must say. With furrowed brows and serious looks, his mom and dad told him, "Look, the news says there's a new virus that has no cure and is quite infectious. Do not worry and do not be scared, but we must make ourselves prepared. You're not going to go to school, and we'll be here all day tomorrow." Todd said, "Cool, when will this be over, do you know?" "No, son. Why do my teacher?" Show with glee upon their living room. I was excited for them to come. No more school and all fun. The next morning, Todd woke up with joy. He could go to his friend's house and play with his toys. "You can't go out, Todd." "Why not?" "Because you can get sick." "Oh," he said, and to his room he trod. Tad sat in his room feeling quite bored, so he picked up his game and plugged in the cord. "You can't do that, son." "But why not, Dad?" "There's work to be done, online classes to be had." So Todd gave in and opened his laptop, read his lessons, and worked non-stop. After he submitted his last assignment that day, he asked his mom, "Can I go to the park to play?" "I'm sorry, dear," Todd's mother said. "We have to stay here," nodding his head. "I don't want to be inside anymore." But his father said, "Let's get started on chores." They cleaned their home from top to bottom with disinfecting foam. Not a single atom was left unsanitized. "Good job, son." But the smell Todd despised, for it was super strong and irritated his eyes. The next few days, the same old story. Todd missed his friends, and he felt a bit lonely. His sweet mother noticed and let out a sigh. "What's the matter, honey?" "I want to be outside where it's warm and nice and sunny." Todd's mom wandered a lot. Then she pondered some more. "I have an idea. Let me search through my drawer." Out from that drawer she pulled a big checkered blanket that was white and red. "Let's have a picnic. Get the bread." The family made sandwiches of PB&J. They sat out in the backyard and enjoyed the day. "Why don't we do this more and seemed a bit sad. In the past, I guess we didn't have time. We were working so much without reason or rhyme. We didn't think of such great ideas for bonding, you see. Hindsight, I suppose, is 2020. It stinks that we can't be with more people these days. We have to stay home and give everyone space. By staying home, we're doing our part to give this world a brand new start. Although we may feel sad and blue, we can still have fun together. I feel so much better whenever I am here with you.
All right. So that is Quaran-Todd. Presentation. There we go. Okay, so that is the poem. It's also in the Google form, and the text is in the Google form, so you'll have time to look at it there as well. Come on now. There's the link to the Google form. Also, I will have it linked in your assignment during Google Classroom. So you're looking at the figurative language, you're looking at the symbolism and the mood and the tone of the poem. So you're going to have a great week. You're going to wear your mask and complete all your assignments by this Friday, please. I want to have all your grades done up to this Friday by this week so we can start reporting. So if you're missing any grades, please get them done. Also, if you did a spring break assignment or any extra credit assignments, a couple of you asked to do extra credit assignments, and there's a bunch of them posted in the assignment 2 weeks ago. If you did any of those assignments, I will replace your last week's grade with an excellent, so you don't have to do next week's work if you have any extra credit work done. Yay! So look for that this week. I'll be updating grades as I go this week. And please reach out to me if you have any questions. Please reach out to me if you're missing a grade and you did the work. So let's say you know you did it, but I didn't put a grade in there. I put an incomplete. That means that you need to tell me that you did it so I can try to find it, because this online assignment stuff sometimes is glitchy. And I noticed that a couple students that I know usually turn in their grades don't have them. So I'm wondering if maybe something happened to your work. So please just let me know so I can try to find it and fix it. And also remember the secret extra bonus, extra credit bonus that you get for watching this video is that you can replace any grade for the last week with any extra credit work that you did. You will receive an excellent for your last week of work. You're welcome. Have a great week, and I really do miss you guys, and stay safe.